Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning, Lotte. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
I'm doing pretty good, thank you. Yeah. How was your day yesterday?
Uh, Saying the day after the day before yesterday, busy day. We were planning the month, or at
Mm.
least deployment the planning of the month to the teams.
Oh, okay. Wow. And so do you do that like a team or do you do it individually?
I have a team. I am managing as an interim the commercial hub in
Mm.
Salvador. I have a team in charge on me,
Uh-huh.
on my charge, on my charge,
I'm in charge.
in charge,
Yeah, I'm
charge,
in charge.
and in
Huh.
charge. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Interesting. All right. Oh, there comes Emmanuel.
Yeah, Manuel is coming. Yeah, it's
Hello,
here.
Emmanuel.
Morning, Jesse.
Good morning. How are
Morning,
you?
Emma.
I got the, give me a 1 minute, please. I try
Okay.
to connect my AirPods.
Sure, no problem. No problem. Okay. All right. And then, do you know if Carolina is going to be connecting?
No, I don't know.
Yes.
I don't
Yeah,
know. I didn't see.
you didn't see her.
I didn't see her. I didn't see her.
Okay, okay. Well, Emmanuel, you said that she's connecting, right?
Yes.
Oh,
I saw before to get in the office.
okay. Perfect. Perfect. Sounds good. All right. Oh, there she is.
Hello, Caro.
Yes. Hello,
Hello,
good morning,
Carolina. How are
everybody.
you?
Fine. Yeah.
Okay, good, good. There is a saying in Spanish. We say, hablando del rey de Roma y el que
Oh,
está en Roma, right?
yeah. Yeah,
Yeah.
because I
In
have
English,
to
in
reset
English,
my
that is not
computer.
a common phrase.
Sorry? Could you
In
repeat?
English, that is not a common phrase.
Yes, it is. And that's what I was going to say. But in English, it sounds a little rude. Okay, but it's the same idea. So in English, we say, speaking of the devil.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. Like
Speaking
I said,
about the
it
of the
sounds very
devil, of the
rude,
devil.
but yeah, that's how we say it in English. Speaking of the devil.
Yeah, yeah. I saw in movies.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, guys and girls. Good to see everybody. So we're gonna start right away so we don't fall behind. Um, Today we're going to be talking about expressions of quantity. Okay. So expressions of quantity means when we are able to count or not count a certain thing. Okay. So basically, this has to do with the fact that if something is a countable noun or a non-countable noun. Do you know the difference between a countable noun and a non-countable noun?
Yes.
Yes.
Uh, Jesse,
Yeah.
can,
You
can you
count
hear me?
people in the office, but you can count, do not count the rice.
Exactly. Yeah, very good. So count nouns are those nouns that we are able to count. So we can put a number to them. We can say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But non-count are those ones that we are not able to. Okay? Oh, I think we have somebody new in our class.
You're on mute.
Hello?
Yeah, that's
Can you
okay.
hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
It is me.
Oh, okay. Emmanuel, that's you. That's also
Pero
you?
it's me, but
Okay.
it's my connection with my phone because I
Okay.
can.
I
Can
thought it was
hear.
somebody else because in the device it says Manu. So I thought there was somebody else. I thought, yeah. Okay. All right. I was like,
But it's me.
I started getting scared. I'm like, oh my goodness, other people are coming into the class. We've had that happen before. So like in other places, I've seen people like connect out of nowhere. So it's yeah. Okay, anyway,
Okay.
so yes. So count nouns we can count, we can put a specific number to it. Non-count we can't. You gave an example, Carolina, like rice, for example. Rice, it's impossible to count rice, right? You don't, for example, if you're going to ask for rice, you don't say, can you give me 50 rices? You don't say that, right? Impossible. Okay, you don't count rice. So the same thing happens with other things. For example, it's possible for us to count cars. Oops.
Yes.
So we can say 2 cars, 4 cars, right? It's
Yeah.
possible to count street lights. Okay, so we can
It's
say,
controversial. It's possible, uh, at least if you see, but it's not.
so for example, we can say to get to work, I had to go through 10 street lights.
Yes,
So,
that's
Yes.
possible.
so street lights,
Yes.
it's possible to count, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Police officers also is possible to count.
Of course.
There were 6 police officers at the scene. But what is not possible to count, for example, is pollution. How much pollution is there? We can't count it. Okay?
No.
Or for example, public transportation. Not possible to count.
Yeah.
So we can't say
No.
the city has 3 public transportations. Not possible. Or parking. We can't say there are 5 parkings. No, we can say if there are 5 parking spaces, that's okay. Parking spaces are okay, but not parking just by itself. Okay. So depending on if we're talking about count nouns or non-count nouns, we're going to be using different quantifiers. For example, too many is a quantifier we use with count nouns. Fewer, more, and enough. Do you understand the meaning of these?
Fewer is similar to lower, more or less.
Yeah.
Okay.
Give me a moment. Okay, so we can say basically that fewer is over here on the lower end. If we're going to talk about quantities, fewer is on the lower end. Okay, after that, I would put more over here. Okay. Then we have enough. Do you know another word for the word enough?
Yeah.
What's another
Other
word?
word,
Sorry, Lotte, can you repeat?
the other word that we in Latin,
Another word that is like similar to enough.
I'm sure.
available.
Mm, I'm actually
No.
thinking of the word sufficient. Okay.
Yes.
Sufficient.
It's a word.
Yeah, it's a word. Okay.
Okay.
So when we say that something is enough, it means that it's sufficient.
Sufficient.
Yeah. Okay. So it means
Okay.
that like it means that there is the quantity is big, but not more than you need. It's just exactly the
Okay.
amount that you need. Whereas if you say too many is actually the opposite. The opposite means that the too many means that there's more than you need. Okay? That means too many. Too many means that it's past sufficient. Okay? So too many is like, for example, let's say that eh, let's say that we are going into the parking lot. Okay? And we noticed that there's a lot of space, right? There's a lot of parking space, but there are more cars than parking spaces. So then there are too many cars. Okay? So let's say that if their parking spaces are, I don't know, 50, and there are 75 cars, then there are too many cars.
Okay.
Okay? Any questions about that?
Yeah.
No.
No? Okay, perfect. Now, the opposite is also true. With non-count nouns, we also have something that goes like this, from lower to higher. And the words that we use, just a second. Okay, so we have too much is the opposite of too many. Okay, so too many is very high. It means more than necessary, and is the same thing with non-count nouns when you say too much. Okay, less is the opposite of fewer. Okay, or maybe I shouldn't say opposite. I would say the same thing, but in terms of non-counts. Okay, we also use more and enough. These are the same for count nouns and non-count nouns. Okay, so if I were to do this same line over here, or we're going to make the same line, it would look the same. It would look like this. So here we have less, more, enough, which we already said that means sufficient. Okay, and over here we would have too much, which actually means more than sufficient or more than necessary. All right. Any questions about that?
No.
Not
Yes,
yet.
I have a question. A
Yes, tell
lot
me.
is possibly a lot is for what of both? Contables or uncontables?
Sorry, could you repeat that again?
Is for countable nodes or uncountable nodes?
Which one?
A lot.
A lot.
There is a
Oh,
lot
okay.
of pollution, for example.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so a lot can be used for both counts and non-counts.
Okay,
Mhm.
okay.
Okay. Very good question. Any other questions that you guys have?
No, yes.
Not
No?
yet. No.
Okay, perfect. All right, in that case, what I'm going to do is I'll send you guys this this screenshot to the group. So just give me a second while I send you guys to the WhatsApp group. Oh, by the way, you guys received the homework, right?
Yes, last night.
Yeah. Okay,
If for
so
tomorrow,
yeah, that's for tomorrow. That's what I was gonna say. Don't forget, I need you to send it to me for tomorrow. Okay?
okay.
Okay.
So don't, and it has to be before the class. Tomorrow before the class. Okay? Okay. So you can send it at any moment. You can send it today or tomorrow, but it has to be before the class.
Of course.
Okay. Um, all right. So what we're going to do now is we are going to actually work on the grammar. So please tell me if you are able to see my screen.
It's loading.
Perfect.
I see it now.
Wonderful. Okay. So we're now going to complete the statements about city problems. Okay. Um, so we can say, oh, by the way, more than one answer may be possible. So you're going to write whatever you think goes in these blanks. Remember, more than one answer is possible, but just the first thing you got to do is ask yourself, is the noun countable or uncountable? Okay. So I want you to do this by yourself individually because everybody is probably going to have their own answer. Let me know when you are finished. You're finished, Lotte?
Yes.
Perfect. Emmanuel and Carolina, let me know when you are finished. Take your time, don't worry, but just let me know. Carolina, are you ready? Carolina, are you ready? You're on mute.
Finished this.
Carolina, can you hear me?
Oh, yes, sorry, I'm mute. I
Okay.
can finish. Give me a second, yes.
Okay, no problem.
Okay.
Perfect. All right. So let's start with Lotte.
Okay.
Please read the first one for me.
Okay. I have two options. Number one, we need many schools. Number two, we need more schools.
Okay. Do you agree with
More schools.
this? Do you agree with this,
In my
Emmanuel and
case,
Carolina?
I use more. Uh,
Yeah, me too.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Both of them are correct. Yeah, I agree with that. Okay. Emmanuel, help me out with number two.
there are many accidents.
There are
Or
many.
yes,
Okay.
and I have two possible.
Uh-huh.
There are much accidents,
There are much?
especially yes,
Did you say much?
too are many accidents.
Okay.
That's my
All right.
first option.
Yeah.
Or my second option is there are too many accidents.
Yeah. Okay, good. Too many. Yeah. Very good. Remember, accidents is countable, so we have to use many.
Um,
Okay. Yeah. Very good, Carolina.
There are too much public parks.
Okay.
There are
Public,
many public parks.
yeah, so public parks, Carolina, is that countable or non-countable?
And there's suppose that in a city it's not possible.
No. But the word public parks, can we count this word or not?
No.
No.
It's countable.
In a country, no. Yeah, no.
So public park, can we count it? Yes or no? Can we say one part public park, two
Yes,
public parks, three
yes,
public parks?
yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Yes,
Yes, we can.
in
So-
a city, you count your parks, your public park.
So
It's
the
possible
word
to
we're talking about public parks in general, okay? Wherever they are, we can count them.
Okay.
Okay, it's parks, the word parks is possible
No.
to count. Okay?
No. In a country, yeah.
Carolina, can
Maybe
you
if you have
It's possible to count, according
So,
to me.
Carolina, just tell me yes or no. Can you count public parks?
in a country, I think no, because you have, o sea, how do you say, sí me lo imagino, sí, pero si los investigo, obviamente que los puedo contar.
So
Pero
it's
sí.
just like, is it possible to count public parks? Yes or no?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay.
Yes.
So if it's possible to count something, it's countable noun. Okay. So you have to use the verbs. Sorry, you have to use the
Many.
the quantifiers that are for countable nouns. Okay. So what are we
Yeah.
going to say? We can say
Many.
many. Okay. Very good. There are many public parks, or well, I think yeah, many is okay, because normally public parks is not if you have a lot of them, if you have more, it's not really it's not possible to have more than necessary. So I think many is okay. Okay, good.
They use fewer.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
I use and there's tense fewer. No,
Fewer.
and the public park.
There are fewer public parks. Yeah, but remember this one says complete the statements about city
fewer.
problems. Okay, so
City problems, yes.
Sorry.
give me a second. Actually, you know what? I'm going to change my mind about this. Even though this is grammatically not incorrect, but according to the exercise, it is incorrect. And the reason is because it says complete the statements about city problems. This is a city problem. So if you say there are many public parks, is that a problem?
No.
So
It's the possible solution.
yeah, that's a solution, right? So this would not be, like, grammatically speaking, it's correct, but according to the problem, I'm sorry, according to the exercise that we need to talk about city problems, probably not the best answer. So
Just Jesse, give me 1 second.
okay. So there are.
I have a question, Jessica.
Mm-hmm.
Enough is sufficient, yeah. The opposite to enough, is a word. like Spanish insufficient.
Yeah, we could say insufficient. Not very common. It's more common to make it negative and say there aren't many.
There aren't enough public
Yeah,
parks.
or there
Okay.
aren't enough. Yeah. Um,
Mhm.
I don't know. We could, yeah. So this one seems like the best answer would be there aren't enough.
Aren't
So we can
enough.
say there aren't enough, or there are too few.
Too few.
Oh, sorry. Yes. Sorry, I wrote in the wrong one. Just give me a second.
Okay, muy poco. Okay.
Okay, just because we're talking about problems here, right? City problems.
Yes.
Otherwise, it would be okay. We could say there are many public parks. That's grammatically correct. Okay. All right, let's go on to the next one. Lote.
Less cycle in our city.
Did you say less?
Less, yes.
Okay. Again, less would be correct grammatically, but because we're talking about city problems, is that a city problem? There is less
Yes.
noise all the time? Is that a city problem or is that a solution?
Sorry. No, sorry. I was incorrect. My
It's
phrase.
okay,
Sorry.
yeah.
Yeah, there is much or too much.
Too much, yeah. There's too much. There's too much
Yeah.
noise all the
My
time.
phrase was incorrect.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's simply because we're talking about city problems. But grammatically speaking, your answer was correct. Okay, so there is too much noise all the time. All right. I think Emmanuel is still busy, so we'll go to Carolina. Number 5?
Okay. There is less recycling in our city.
Okay, is that a so remember we're talking about problems, city problems.
Yeah, less is a problem. Less recycle in our city is a problem. It's a few.
A few.
It's
Few.
not enough.
Remember, okay, the thing about less and more is that it's a comparison. Okay?
Okay.
So
Okay.
if we're going to be using less, we have to compare it to something.
It's
Okay.
not enough.
So yeah, exactly. We could say there is not
Enough.
enough recycling in our city.
Enough is possible in both sides. You see?
Yes. Hmm.
In countable and
Yeah,
non.
No,
countable and
okay.
non-countables. Yes. There's not
Okay.
enough. No hay
Not
suficiente
enough.
reciclaje.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
Okay.
All
Not enough.
right.
Okay.
Okay. Lote.
Yeah, I have two options
Okay.
uh, for that phrase. Number
Mm-hmm.
one, the government should build more affordable housing. The
Yes.
other option is much because it's uncountable, it's non-countable.
Uh,
I put it in.
um, much
Much,
probably no. You're right that it's uncountable. You're right about that. But the thing about much that I haven't told you is that normally we don't use the word much by itself. Okay? So the word much in English is not really commonly used on its own. Normally we say too much or not much. Okay?
And enough, you can use enough in this case.
In positive,
Yes. Yes,
Yes.
that one's possible too. Yes.
Okay.
So we could say the government should build more affordable housing, or the government
Yes.
should build enough affordable.
Enough.
Yeah,
Enough.
that one's possible. Very good, Carolina. Okay. Emmanuel, are you ready? Or oh, he's still okay. Hi, Emmanuel. Can you help us
Hi,
out with
sorry.
number 7?
Okay, the city needs more bicycle lines.
Yes. Needs more bicycle lanes. Yes.
Lanes.
Okay. Yeah,
Much
good.
is possible? Too much is possible?
No. No. First of all, lanes we can
Why?
count. That's the first reason. Lanes, it's possible to count. We can say 3 lanes, 4 lanes. So much is not a possibility.
Okay,
And if
yeah,
I
yeah,
say
it's
too much,
countable.
yeah, and if I say too much, it means that it's more than necessary, more than sufficient. So, okay, so I think that's probably the only one. Okay, and Carolina,
Okay.
number 8.
There are many free Wi-Fi hotspots.
Okay, grammatically speaking, you're absolutely right. But remember, here we're talking about city problems. So make this into a city problem.
Okay. Um, there are few free Wi-Fi hotspots.
Yes, there are a few free Wi-Fi spots, or
Or too few or not enough.
yeah, there are too few or not enough.
Not
Exactly.
enough.
Yes, very good. Because it's a problem, remember. We're talking about problem.
Okay.
So if it's so to make this into a
I
problem, we need to make
have a
it that.
question.
Mhm.
Okay. I see in number 2 and number 4 and number 8, you use few or too few. When you use two,
Hold on, wait a sec. Sorry, could you
okay,
repeat that question again, Carolina?
okay. In the 2 sentences, in number 2 sentences, you use many or too many. I don't understand when you use only many and when you use too many.
You don't understand when you use too many, or what was the other one?
Or only many.
Oh, okay. Well, basically, many just means that there's a lot. Okay? And too many means that it's more than you want. Okay? So this is like when you say in Spanish, there are many accidents, hay muchos accidentes. There are too many, hay demasiados accidentes.
Okay, it's more big.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Any other questions that you guys have?
No.
No? Okay. All right. I'm going to finish the class right here because we have less than a minute, and I'll see you guys again when we reconnect. Okay?
Yes. Okay.